Subscribe to our YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to get all the latest updates.
Charlie Hebbar to control.
Maybe it's 107 184 token number 1890. I repeat, it's 107 189. Yeah, right, sir.
Bangalore has, of course, always been known as an IT and tech city. So it's no surprise that the gentleman you see standing there is using technology even to coordinate and manage crematoriums. After Bengaluru saw a surge in cremations earlier, and there was literally a shortage of space, the local administration decided to use HAM volunteers to actually smoothen the process of communication. And let's go here and talk to one of the volunteers. You can see the walkie-talkie in his hand and how he is actually using HAM technology to smoothen, as I said, the management of the crematorium. Firstly, what's your name?
Myself Abrar, I'm a HAM volunteer reporting from Hebbar Crematorium. Basically, we denote it as Charlie.
Okay. I want you to tell us a little bit more about this technology and how you're using it. So we're now going to go inside the Hebbar crematorium. And you can see there are people here from the civil defense also. And this is something that the administration here has really tried to smoothen, bringing different agencies, both government and volunteers together. So come, Abrar, we'll walk that way. And I want you to tell me a little bit. Let me just hold this. So this is the walkie-talkie that's being used. This is the base station. So the base station, which is at the crematoriums, receives messages from the nodal war room, right? Okay.
From the BBMP war.
One minute. So tell us a little bit about what actually happens. And if I can just ask you to lower a little bit. Yeah. And now tell us, how does this technology work and how does it help?
We are basically HAMs working in deployed in different parts of crematoriums around Bangalore, which are in field and outsides. What we basically do is we do take care of the discrepancies, and our motto is to help the people to overcome the documentation if any of the discrepancies they are facing, so that we can directly connect it from the ground level to the war room.
So clear communication between the war room and the crematorium, and every crematorium has HAM
crematorium
volunteers.
has a HAM volunteers, wherein we do have base stations set up all over Bangalore and all other crematoriums. Since Hebbar is close by the crematorium, we are in line of sight, so we don't require a base station. So we are operating it from handy.
Typically, tell me, how has the HAM technology helped? Because initially there was a huge surge at crematoriums, and now this is technology is being used to smoothen it. How does this HAM technology help?
Since this technology has come into force and we are being deployed in ground, this technology has enabled us to cut short the time span of communication, so that we can directly contact the war room without any interference of other officials. We can directly connect to the control room, which is put up in Pashu Bhavan, Hebbar, which comes under line of sight from our crematorium. So basically receiving and transmission of these signals becomes easier, so that the messages and we can deploy more bodies and task and get the bodies cremated at a faster pace.
Okay, tell me this, what do you do otherwise in life?
Otherwise, I'm basically pursuing my BTech in electronics and communication. I'm a student. I've come forward to help people and the society during the times of distress.
That's fantastic. Tell me, how old are you, Abrar?
I'm 23.
And how long have you been a HAM hobbyist?
I am a ham hobbyist from past 2019th of April. Since 2019, I'm associated with the institute called Indian Institute of Hams, which is taken care by under the leadership of our Dr. Satyapal S. And I'm also a civil defense volunteer by profession.
And what makes somebody like you actually volunteer at in the service of cremations?
In the service of cremation, there are people already in state of distress and grief.
And we can see a family right behind us that has actually just performed the last rites, and people like Abrar are really helping them using technology. Go ahead.
There are lots and lots of people who are facing difficulties finding beds, finding crematorium slots, looking out for the families who are in distress to get the bodies cremated. All these stuff makes the task difficult and complex. People in grief will not be able to tackle the situations. Based on the situation, they'll have to overcome. So we all have stepped out to volunteer for a cause, so that we can help the society and bring out the best in humanity.
Fantastic, Abrar. And we're also going to talk to another volunteer whom we see here, Mr. Nand Kumar. And Nand Kumar actually works in the war room that is coordinating with all of these volunteers. So like I said, it's really a meeting of both the government and the citizen. And maybe we can just walk inside as we're entering the Hebal crematorium here. And we're talking about how technology has been used to smoothen, in a sense, the management. So if you can maybe tell us a little bit about where we are. I can see, of course, on that side, if the camera actually turns, you can see, of course, the gods and goddesses there, and we are in the crematorium. And one of the big problems of COVID management has been actually, in the beginning, there wasn't enough space. Relatives were just rushing to cremation grounds and burial grounds, and we were seeing a kind of problem in the space running short. And we already saw how the HAM volunteers are actually helping. And as we walk, and there you can see the messages are coming in on the walkie-talkie. Now we are actually entering. Okay. So you can see the furnaces are behind us, and we'll just walk out here. If you can tell us a little bit about how this whole operation has been smoothened.
Absolutely. Firstly, thank you so much for covering this.
Yeah.
And as Karnataka, specifically Bangalore, we would like to set as a model in terms of how the government, the professionals, volunteers, everyone academicians, everyone come together and how they can really work for a public project like this. So, you know that across India, they're grappling with infrastructure in terms of spaces or in terms of huge queues of ambulances waiting outside.
Yeah.
And the families are not, grieved families are not getting enough support.
Yeah.
So we have built a holistic model for the cremation process.
Okay, so Nand Kumar, tell me a little bit about how you all managed to contain, in a sense, the kind of crowding we were seeing at cremation grounds. We already saw how HAM technology is being used. What else is happening in the ward room?
So number one, we centralize the whole process. Whether it's COVID or non-COVID, any deaths has to happen through the centralized 24/7 center, which means we operate across like morning 7 to evening like till 12 p.m. So across the day and night we operate. And then we have a robust technology. So booking, the cremation slot booking tool is we have developed, which really helps.
It's like an app.
It's an app. But we are working to give it to the public. That's happening in the phase 2. But now we have the call center agents who can really take the request from the public. Either they call on the helpline. We have a 8495 998495. That is a number they can.
And in
call.
fact, I'm seeing that if you see it, you can see it right here. He's talking about the helpline, and it's a WhatsApp number, and you can see it right here. And this is we're at a cremation ground. Go ahead.
So they
and
can-
there's a proper app being developed for this.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. So even the front line
walk,
in
huh.
couple of weeks, they can do the self-service as well through the system. Secondly, we have the ambulance. Our Bangalore BBMP has also providing free ambulances for COVID and non-COVID deaths. So even for ambulance booking, we have a robust system, starting from making the request, entire tracking of the whole in terms of
So,
the
for
process.
example, a vehicle like this
Yeah.
that we see right now,
Yeah.
typically this would have come now through a centralized system.
That's right. Yes. Either like they provide some food or anything. Everything is managed through the centralized
So let's go there and see maybe what it is, and we can have a sense, because everything is being centralized for cremations and burial grounds.
This is a hospital collection, so they collect all the garbages here. So we have a proper tracking of medical waste and everything. So this has been reported everything through HAM and.
So you can see the waste that he's talking about being cleared, and this is actually the first time I've actually seen such an organized system at a cremation ground. And that vehicle that you see behind us is not an ambulance, but it is in fact for the clearance of a waste here at the cremation ground. And you're saying that even this would be centralized.
Absolutely. Every ambulance should carry a PPE kit and also body bags, everything. Because COVID deaths, we need to follow a proper protocol of wrapping the bodies, etc. So we ensure that there are, in terms of availability of body bags, PPE kits, also ambulance, whether they are going on time. So we are absolutely tracking everything minute by minute. So These are all creating credibility to the public. They ensure that there are no in terms of disturbance in any of the processes, whatever we.
And your ham operators, and we'll walk a little bit that way now. Your ham operators were also telling us that sometimes a hospital doesn't release a body because the bills haven't been paid, and even then the control room will step in, even in circumstances like this, because every deceased body and family is assigned a docket number, and then that docket number is actually tracked in real time.
Absolutely. So everyone we have, as you said, docket or token number, unique token number. Not only the helpline, we have built 100 volunteers are working behind. So as soon as we receive a request, each docket number will have one case volunteer. So they will call the deceased family member. Like they might have multiple issues, whether the form 4 or 4A, basically the death confirmation report, or the bill settling, or it might be a suicide case. So there are multiple complications. Our public may not have the required government identity card, so we coordinate with police. Or even we have tracked the corruption cases where they report, and we ensure within a couple of minutes we track and make sure that money returned and then FIR are proper in terms of the action is taken against those drivers or anyone who's doing any bribery or corruption as well.
So how would you say technology has completely changed the scenes that you saw when you saw them in the beginning and to what the situation is now?
What we have is that we know that each crematoria per day, they can take, assuming that electrical can take 2 furnaces running full operational, they can take 20 bodies per day. So we already have that built in our utilization, and we track each and every booking, how it's managed. Also, our urban DC has built a beautiful infrastructure outskirts of Bangalore. We have 3 major crematorias, open crematorias, Tavarakere, Gidanalli and Anekal, where we can almost close to around 250 bodies can be cremated in addition to what we have in the city. So that way the infrastructure, we have complete visibility of both wood, electrical and also burial grounds.
Final question is, what makes somebody like you, what do you do otherwise in life?
So I'm a HR professional. I work full time, almost
In the private sector.
in a private sector. This is my passion, been volunteer for many years. But specifically when I saw the death from Mumbai and Delhi, we know definitely that Bangalore is going to be the next. That's where we proactively engaged with some of the great in terms of the administrative officers like Manivannan sir, Manjunath Prasad sir and other volunteers.
So you've taken time off from work?
I have taken like almost 6 weeks off from work and doing this full time.
And how did your company react?
My company is very supportive. Means they're encouraging to do all these activities.
So thank you so much, Nand Kumar, and thank you also to Abrar. And you can see the cremation ground. There was a ritual performed here, and immediately after that, the cleaning up, the washing is happening. There you can see that even the waste disposal is centralized, and you can see volunteers are really, in a sense, running this this entire show. And we have seen the spirit of volunteering across India, but perhaps this is the first time we are seeing technology meeting that spirit and being used in this fashion. And that, in a sense, coming to a technology hub like Bangalore should not surprise us. The intervention of modern technology to take care of that most primal thing, how we say goodbye to our loved ones as they die. It's great to see you here. Thank you for watching our work. If you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to click the bell icon and subscribe to Mojo Story and support independent, robust journalism.